Hello and welcome to the Hawkins Hellfire Collective. I'm Devin Grubb.
And I'm Zach Grubb.
And today we're going to talk about everyone's favorite creeper, Jonathan Byers.
The man who studied at the Ministry for Silly Walks.
Yeah, he really, runs. He runs that way. He doesn't
Kind of walks funny too.
He does have a little,
when he's doing his little, I don't want to look at anybody shuffle.
He does have a little hip swivel in his walk, but he runs.
Yes, he runs.
Really weird. Like sideways.
And I don't know if that's a Charlie Heaton thing or like a character thing he decided to do.
I don't know, but it's weird. And it wasn't just a season 1 thing. It's like anytime his character has to run.
I noticed he ran less in later seasons.
Because the Duffers were probably like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What is that? That's a choice.
Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's just how he runs.
Maybe. I don't know. But it's weird.
So that has nothing to do with the character.
Really. It has everything to do with the character.
Y'all know how this format works at this point. We're going to start with season 1, make our way through season 5. And I'm going to jinx us by saying this is going to be a short one. But I really only have about a page and a half of notes for Jonathan, like all through the entire show.
Same. Same. He's not one of my favorites, so I didn't take copious notes on him. I didn't do the character study on Jonathan like I did with Steve.
Well, I think if we're being real, Jonathan probably has the least development through the whole show of any character.
That is why he has... I used this as one of our clues for this week, so we'll shout out to Stranger Tracy on Instagram. Tracy Sherman. Wow. Tracy Sherman.
We appreciate you.
I can speak. We do appreciate you. You got the clues correct. You were the first person to guess Jonathan. So shout out to you. Hope you're having a great day and that you enjoy this wonderful episode if you're listening. But I used the reverse of the character development horse that I used for Steve. I used on Jonathan. So like the horse, it's real, the back end of it's really, really good. And then the rest of it's just kind of, cause
that horse has poo brain.
In our humble opinion, Jonathan started out really, really good and then didn't. So,
yeah,
you know.
So I think a good example of that is where we see him at the very beginning of the show. The first time we meet him, he's already taking care of his family. He pulled extra shifts at work, and that's why he wasn't home for Will when Will got back.
The first thing that I said is that he has parental responsibilities.
A single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves his kids but never stops.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you see him. Like, you see all the other kids, the other teenagers, and they're like, you know, oh, I have school and blah blah blah, and he's like, well, I was up until midnight and I just got home. I got home and
I'm making breakfast for my mom and my
brother. I don't know. I guess he came home.
Yeah, check his room.
He's also more like collected and calm about everything, which I feel like, and we'll talk about her more when we get into her episode, but he is a foil to how we meet Joyce. And Joyce is this like frazzled, all over the place person.
Yeah, and they kind of flip by the end of the season.
And Jonathan is very calm and collected and level-headed about everything, at least in the first few episodes.
You can tell right away, Jonathan's been parentified.
Absolutely.
Like, he isn't a teenager.
No.
He doesn't get to be one.
No. He takes care of Will. And not because, you know, Joyce doesn't care, but Joyce isn't home. They're not...
Well, he takes care of her, too.
And right. He makes sure that things are in order and all. Like she's not home. She's out working crazy hours because they need to keep a roof over their head. And he's helping with that.
Yeah.
on top of making sure that everybody is fed and making sure that Will goes to school, gets to school and all this stuff.
He's also got the best read on the family. Like, he knows how his mom will react to things. He knows how he knows who Will is probably better than Will does at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I remember at some point in season 1 he said something about how Will was different, and it didn't come across as like he's different because he's a nerd. Like, no, Jonathan already knows that his brother is going to be facing some shit as he grows up.
Yeah.
It's like, going back and watching season 1, it seemed pretty clear that he was already aware.
Yeah. But he's in his corner
Absolutely.
the whole time.
No question. So he's the one out there putting up flyers. Well, Joyce is too, but like, he's out there making sure they have flyers.
But she's also like, he doesn't want to believe his mom's crazy antics because, like,
because he's trying to be practical.
He's trying to be practical, and is like, look, like, you can't be doing this, because she's, from the second episode really on, my son is my son. We're gonna find my son. He's not dead. All this stuff.
He's in the walls,
and he's like, "What are you talking about?" Like, does not.
Well, he also listens to Hopper. He's like, to a point. Hopper tells him what needs to be done, and even though he says, "Stay with your mom, she needs you right now," he's like, "Okay, well, no, I'm gonna go see my dad, who I hate, just on the off chance that Will is there."
That maybe Will's there, yeah. He's a creeper.
He is a creeper, and I wrote a note, literally just, why was he perving? And I feel like we actually just explained it.
We did.
We did. How? He doesn't get to be a teenager. He doesn't get to live a life that a normal teenager would live. And he's, probably horny and full of rage. Eggs. So, like, for the Mulaney fans out there. Like, is it any wonder that this kid who kind of has to force himself to be repressed in order to, take care of everybody around him, would kind of like slip a little and be like, "Oh, that's hot. I'm going to take a picture of that." It doesn't make it acceptable in any way, shape, or form. It's
not just her that he takes pictures of everything that's going on.
Yes.
Like, the whole thing. And then
I feel like that's less weird. That's just him being an artist.
Yeah, but it's weird in the sense that they don't know he's doing it.
Sure.
He's hiding in the bushes and taking pictures of people.
He's looking from the outside in. It's like a nature photographer.
But it's still, like...
It's weird.
It's still weird. It's still creepy. It's not... I don't think that... I understand where you're coming from with what you're saying. Like, it's his outside looking in. He doesn't get to be involved with these people because of his upbringing. And they all think he's weird because of that. I get that.
I'm going to put this a little bit differently, because I 100% understand where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Is it any different from the way people creep on each other's lives on Facebook and Instagram and social media now?
To an extent, yes.
Since he's physically there?
Since he is physically there, and he is taking pictures of them without their knowledge, without their consent.
Yep. Yeah.
If if I am posting something on social media, that is my choice.
Yeah.
To
absolutely.
put something out there. So, yes, I am aware that are other people besides the people I want to see it going to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You know that going in. They're just at a party. They're just having fun. They're not aware of his actions.
I think what makes it worse is the fact that he developed those pictures at all.
Right. Like, because
he didn't have to do that.
Right. Because clearly he was doing, he was out there trying to take pictures of possible places where Will could have been taken. And then he gets sidetracked and he takes all these pictures of them having their party and Nancy undressing and Nancy and Steve in the bedroom and all this stuff. And instead of just being like, maybe I'll go back out tomorrow and I'll take new pictures. He develops them in school where other people are going to see it. He doesn't hide it at that point.
Yeah, it's very weird. Like, I don't necessarily know why they would even have the character do that. Unless they were like, well, we need a confrontation between Steve and Jonathan. Like, why?
Yeah. Well, and then also because he does take that picture, he does get some evidence because he takes that picture of Barb, and the Demogorgon is in the picture that he takes of Barb.
Yeah. And like, again, if it
So
didn't
that's
get
where that comes
if it
from.
didn't get to the point where it got pervy, I feel like there's almost a level of, oh, like, there's this artist who just saw moments worth capturing on film, and maybe the next day he'll bring them to them and be like, hey, I was out in the woods yesterday and I got these really great pictures here, you can have these. But it went to the place of being gross.
But given how he is and how they treat him, even if he did
no way
do
in hell,
that,
yeah.
they would have been like, why were you taking pictures of us in the first place?
No, it would have been more like, well, these are like, I grabbed some really good artistic shots of like loneliness and blah blah blah, and I'm gonna keep those to myself.
Yeah. Which is what he should have done in the first place.
Yeah.
And said random random redhead finds them. Like, who are, and she's there in the alley when he kicks Steve's ass too.
Well,
she
she's
like
friends
randomly,
with them, isn't she?
No,
she's friends with Steve's friends, not Steve.
Because she's like not at the party. She's literally only there to watch Steve and Jonathan confrontation.
It's a little weird.
Like, that's it. She's in the scene with the camera, and she's in the scene in the alleyway. You never. Well, no, isn't? I think she's in season 2. I think she's in season 2. Or maybe she's not. I don't know. For some reason, I thought she was there when Billy arrives, but
she's got her own weird pervy thing going on where she just wants to watch Steve beat people up.
Steve doesn't beat anybody up.
No, he fails. She likes the violence.
She likes the violence.
Random redhead number 1 is in it for the thrills.
Oh my god. Okay, any hoozles. So
eventually he and Nancy start their investigation together.
Because of that picture.
Yep,
because she goes to the same place where he was taking pictures, which is Steve's backyard, and thinks she sees the Demogorgon.
Yeah, and then her mom, or Joyce describes it.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy describes it, and they see it in the picture.
And they see it in the picture, because Joyce has described it to Jonathan, and he's like, "You're crazy, Mom. That's not real.
It had a man with no face.
Right, like, that's not true, and it didn't come out of the wall. Like, you're nuts."
We really lost that in later seasons. The mystery aspect of like what the monsters are and people finding out about them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was very intriguing back in the day, that they were being chased by something that looked like a man with no face. And I don't think we ever reached that level of mystery again.
Well, no, because once you know you've seen them, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't want to say it's not scary anymore, because they're still terrifying. But you know what it is. There's no.
Yeah, it's just it was able to lean a little more into horror
with the first season.
Yeah.
With that, yeah, especially because that's the only thing that we are aware of.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the Upside Down, is this creature whose face opens up.
Yeah.
But other than I don't have anything really, except that Nancy and Jonathan are on the case.
Yeah, I mean they bond talking about their parents and their lives, then they fight, and then they get back together to buy all the stuff to fight the Demogorgon. They set up to fight the Demogorgon. I wrote, even when he's trying to be brave and strong, he was still super sensitive.
Yeah.
Like, he can't swing the bat like Steve does, even though he fights, but still.
He does, but he's not that kind of a character.
No.
And that's something that I feel like is consistent through all of it. He doesn't really hit the hard punch, do the hard, like, monster fighting and all.
Yeah, you're right.
He's not a monster fighter.
No, but he's still there in the end. Yeah.
Obviously he's there, but he's not fighting the yeah, that's, I feel like that in season 1 and season 5, those are the only times we really see Jonathan in like a hardcore fighting situation.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically the getaway driver through season 4.
Season 3, he's with Nancy for most of it. So like I think he throws some fireworks. We'll get there.
Yeah, in the Battle of Starport, but
yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So like my final note on him for season 1 is that like he's very clearly still in love with Nancy, but he
He
backs
backs
off.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't try to insert himself.
No.
Season 2.
Season 2. I think what you had said about him with Will is basically what he says this in season 2. He lets Will know that it's okay to be different because Will is clearly going through some stuff with the whole zombie boy thing and like and everything, and he's good big brother here.
Yeah, who wants to be normal? Be Bowie.
Right. I said that he's still very paternal in some ways, but he just wants Will to feel normal, which is why Halloween, he's supposed to take them around, but he sees how much the overprotectiveness is bothering Will, so he's just like, no, like, I will come pick you up at this time. You go be a kid.
Yeah. I also think he's able to do that because, and this isn't really elaborated on, but I get the vibe very much from season 2. Bob is there. And Jonathan can kind of lay off a little bit. Because there's someone else there.
Yeah.
Like, Bob gets him into filmmaking.
Yeah.
And he's, like, obviously this big dork dad energy, but, like, there's no malice there. Jonathan's like, this is a little weird, but you're taking care of my mom.
Right. You're taking care of my mom, so I can take a step back on that aspect, and I can just, be a teenager and be a good big brother. I don't have to be a big brother and a dad.
Right.
Now.
I can let Will go trick-or-treating, and I can go to my party. Yeah. And I'll be responsible. I won't drink, and then I'll go get Will when he needs me.
Right. Exactly. More he's trauma bonded with Nancy.
Yeah, I did write he meets Samantha. And that goes nowhere.
That goes absolutely nowhere.
Yeah. But like I kind of don't like that. Like they showed like, oh, someone else is into Jonathan. And it was literally just one scene that goes nowhere through the season.
You know what? Justice for Samantha.
Yeah.
Why didn't they that?
She seemed nice.
Okay.
Anyway.
I ship Jamantha.
She would be in his weird movie about people eating each other. Actually, it's about capitalism. Makes sense. The only other note I have on season 2 is he's got Nancy's back implicitly throughout the season.
Yeah. I just say that he I put a couple things about how he doesn't want to come between Steve and Nancy because he is a good person, but oops.
He doesn't do that. Murray does that.
What?
He hooks up him and Nancy.
Yeah, but he doesn't initially. He's he's a good person, so that's not his initial idea.
That's Murray's fault. That's what I'm saying. we stand Murray, but we blame Murray.
I mean, it's fine because Nancy and Steve no. Any hoozles. And then I also put that he doesn't react well to the Will's questioning when they're trying to burn the stuff out of it, and I think that shows how. What was I gonna say? Well, it's two how things. His character is.
Yeah, it's two things really. It's Jonathan being a protector more than anything else. He can't stand to see Will in this kind of pain.
Yeah.
But also, Jonathan himself is still a kid, and he's watching his brother go through this.
Yep.
Like, he can't handle it. He wants it to stop.
No. So he leans on Nancy in that.
Yep.
In that bit. But that's all I have for season 2. See, we're not real big on
We're
Jonathan
trucking.
here.
We're trucking.
Sorry, guys.
Season 3, I have literally almost nothing to say.
I have stuff. No, I have a couple things because of the whole
argument.
Yes.
Until that point, he's just straight up Nancy's whipping boy.
Yeah.
And he is focused on his photography career. And then we have the valid crash out.
I say he tries to make Nancy feel better about the intern situation.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to jeopardize his job by fixating on the stuff that Nancy is fixating on right now with the rats and all that stuff. His crash out with her is this is such a valid crash out.
Yeah.
He does it, and this is what I put, and then we can, he doesn't have things handed to him like Nancy does. He's poor and she's not. He has to work for things a little. I'm not saying that she doesn't work for things.
No, of course not.
She's an extremely hard worker. I'm not saying that things are handed to her. But I understand where he's coming from when he says that to her. Because if she wanted to, she wouldn't have to work at do this internship or anything like that.
She doesn't need the internship to live.
She doesn't need it. She's just doing it for experience.
For her, it's like, if I do this thing, I can go on and do the next thing.
Right.
And for Jonathan, it's, if I do this thing, I could have a stable income. That's not something Nancy needs to worry about.
No. He's also like, I'm sure he's also looking at it as like, Joyce doesn't have the best job. She works at Melvald's. It's just it's a general store that's going out of business because of the mall.
Yeah.
So once again, he's working to help provide for his family.
Yep.
Nancy doesn't need to do that.
It's never just about Jonathan. It can't be. He's got too many responsibilities.
Right. So like, in this particular argument that they have and everything that has happened to this point, like I think you said it before, like Nancy is being incredibly selfish because she's not seeing the big picture with him. She's just seeing it as, well, you're a guy and you don't understand. And it's like, well, no, that's not what he's saying.
Yeah, it's like, I'm a woman and I have to work so much harder to be taken seriously. And he
gets that.
Yes, you do. It's insane that this is the way things are. It's not right.
Right.
But
he's not disagreeing with her with that.
But also, this is a question of like politics versus survival. I agree with you, but also if I don't do these things, I might not eat.
Right. Right. Like you're gonna have breakfast tomorrow when you wake up in the morning.
You've never missed a meal because you couldn't afford it.
Right. Like Jonathan makes eggs all the time because that's what they have. They have eggs. You're getting a full course breakfast every morning
that you don't appreciate because no one appreciates that mother enough.
No. Give Karen a break, man. Karen's amazing.
I mean, after that though, like, they get on the same page, and then Jonathan's basically just a background character.
No, but there's some things.
Like what?
The fight in the hospital.
Oh yeah, he should not have lived through that.
That's what I said. How did he survive? Bones of steel? He got torn apart. He got a chair thrown at the center of his back.
And then he also like smashed a table on his back a couple of times?
Yes. He was like kicked in the ribs and like, whacked with heavy objects in his back several times, yet he still managed to get up.
I will say this.
With just a couple bumps and bruises?
I will say this. If the first time we saw him run funny was after that,
Makes sense.
I'd have been like, oh, okay, so there
it now.
Yeah, there was some lasting damage there. Like, because there should have been. I'm sorry. The way they absolutely destroyed him in that scene.
Fight scene, it's just
I cannot believe that Jonathan walked away from that for the rest of the show with no issues.
with not like. Does he have any scrapes or anything?
This was the beginning of there being no real consequences to characters.
Because I'm like, dude was like bent in half and walked away. But I also said that it's is it his first kill?
Yes.
And then I put only question mark.
Yeah, I don't think Jonathan kills anybody.
I mean, I don't think he kills anything moving forward.
No, he helps in the fight against the Flesh Flare, and
yeah,
he helps against, the final boss, but like he doesn't kill anything.
No. My last note for Jonathan for season 3, and I think this kind of taps into his like parental thing, is he's the first person to run to try to help 11 get the thing out of her leg.
Yeah. Yeah, he is the first person to act. He's the first
one to act to try to take care of it. He doesn't take care of it in the best way, but he takes care of it in the way that he knows how to do.
Stick a knife in
and pull it out with my fingies.
And 11's like, no, I can do this.
I can do
no
this
fingies.
now. Please stop. Please stop.
You cut me, Mick. That's all I needed.
But that's it. And that's all I have for him. And then they move to California.
And this is the beginning of the end of Jonathan.
And this is where the horse gets wonky.
Yeah, this is where character assassination takes full hold.
Yeah.
Like, he goes away to California, just becomes a full-blown stoner.
He's a pothead.
Like a complete burnout.
Yep.
There's not even any kind of implication that he's working on movies or his photography.
Nothing.
He's just got nothing going on, and he's high all the time. He's not paying attention to Will. He's not paying attention to 11.
He lies to Nancy.
He's lying to Nancy about school. He's just decided that he can't hack it, and he's not telling her.
Yep.
This is a completely different character.
He's even super weird about like the possibility of seeing her.
Yep.
Like this is not the same person that we have seen before.
Like when Argyle is the one yelling at you for how you're conducting yourself, there's something wrong, buddy.
Yeah.
Like Argyle's a good friend.
Yeah.
Jonathan tells him what's going on, and he's like, "This is incredibly stupid. Why are you acting like this? Let's go smoke more purple palm tree." But like
before he says that, the why are you acting like that's,
yeah, Jonathan is weirdly convinced that if he told Nancy to just come be with him, she would throw her dreams away.
Yeah.
Do you know your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like at all? Have you met Nancy?
Yeah. She ain't gonna throw her dreams away for anything.
No, it's so stupid.
I wrote down he gives a half-hearted have fun to Will. I don't know what that's in relation to, and I think that's
when they go roller skating.
Yeah. He used to be more interested and more concerned.
Yep.
With Will. I put he does not know how to brother anymore.
Was this supposed to be a cautionary tale about smoking weed? Seriously, like
I don't think.
Oh yeah, like so he's literally too high to be of any use after the roller skate incident.
Yeah.
Just it's gonna be fine, People get hit in the face all the time, like pop. Like it's so stupid.
Yeah.
And then when Murray's at the house, he just goes, "Hi, Murray." Like he's too high to question the situation.
Yeah. And he's just okay, like he's just totally fine with the fact that his mom says she's going to go to Alaska.
Yep, doesn't even give it a second thought.
Not even a second thought. Whereas season 1 or season 2 Jonathan would have been like, "What are you do? What? What do you mean you're going to Alaska? How?"
So we talked a lot in Mike's episode about how he wasn't acting like himself. And, they try to explain that by him having hang-ups about not being good enough for 11.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a great explanation, but it makes sense.
It makes sense, especially given his age.
Sure. But Jonathan, like, when he finally does turn it around, he's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry I've been acting like this."
Mm-hmm.
That's not anything. That's nothing. That's you absolutely destroying a character, because if he were still the person he was in the previous season, you couldn't tell your story. Like, you needed him to be worse as a person in order to write the California side of the story the way that you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
It's very weird. And this is like season 4, like arguably the best season. Not my favorite, but arguably the best season.
It's my favorite season.
So, like, yeah, once he sees how much Will is hurting after talking to Mike, that's when he kind of comes out of
his... He has to be a big brother again.
Yeah.
It's a nice scene that they have, though.
The two of them, absolutely.
Yeah. You know, he has this little heart-to-heart, and he essentially tells him that, like, it doesn't matter. Because at this point, he knows 100% about that Will has feelings for Mike.
And he flat out tells him, you don't have to talk about it.
Right, that you don't have to talk about it. It doesn't matter. I'm your big brother. And, like, you know, he loves him. He's always going to be there for him. And it was like, why couldn't we have this
through the season
before? Why couldn't you have been this to 11?
Yep.
You know? Like, she's your pseudo sister. You're living in the same house. You could have given her she could have gotten some of this too.
They really needed to come up with a better reason for him to be all checked out.
Mm-hmm.
There should have been something.
And clearly missing Nancy isn't it, because he doesn't even want to see Nancy.
Honestly, if they needed to drive them apart so they could play with the whole Stancy thing, like, they should have just had them be fighting.
Yeah.
Or, like, the relationship is on the rocks.
Yeah.
I would have believed Jonathan kind of dipping down into self-loathing and, like, I'm going to say drug use. It's just weed, but, like, I'm going to say drug use.
Mm.
If things were bad. Like, really bad. But they're not. He's just having self-confidence issues. Mm-hmm. Which is so stupid.
And he continues to lie to her when they come back from California.
Yeah.
Like, and this is after he's got more of a clear head, because he's had, like, his whole conversation with Will and everything, and they've done the Vecna fight and all, and he still is continuing to lie to her.
Yep.
Jonathan wasn't a liar before.
No. The most lying he ever did was just not talking about things.
Right.
That's it.
So, like, sure, that, you know, a lie of omission is still a lie, but like,
it
wasn't flat out lying to someone's face.
Yeah. It's really irritating. It's out of character, doesn't make sense, and was poorly written.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the only thing in season 4 I would say was poorly written.
Yeah. I mean, this is not, honestly, like, if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, well, you're just, like, bashing Jonathan the whole time. Like, no. We've talked about this, about Jonathan a couple of times, especially when we were doing our episodes about season 4.
Yeah.
Because we thought that it was, like, totally out of character the way that he was acting.
Yeah, it's wildly out of character.
So we're just diving into it a little bit more here.
Well, because it's Jonathan's episode.
It's Jonathan's episode. But I just wanted to put that out there before you start thinking, like, well, you're just bashing Jonathan now. Like, no, we're not. We did it before.
We had plenty of nice things to say about him in seasons 1 through 3.
Yes.
So...
Can't say we're going to say anything nice about him now.
No.
Because we're at season 5.
We are at season 5. Season 4 ends with him lying to Nancy still. And then there's the big hero shot that goes nowhere because they decided to change the entire show.
Sir!
We're talking about... It makes sense. It's part of the conversation.
Sir, we're talking about the characters, sir.
Yes,
we're talking about season 5 Jonathan.
Are you aware that there was waste in their water system?
We're not talking about the shot on how season 4 ends. We're just talking about Jonathan. That doesn't have anything to do with Jonathan's character. This is every week with you.
Because it always comes up. Anyway, season 5. He's kind of just playing a lackey through most of the season.
I said
he's a background character for a lot of it.
My first note is idiot.
Yeah, big time. Getting into pissing matches
with
Steve.
Idiot pissing contest with Steve. But he couldn't even win. Even he had a head start. He tied.
Yeah, it's true. Well, to be fair, Steve's an athlete.
Steve's wonderful.
He's insecure about his relationship. He legitimately thinks Steve is trying to steal Nancy from him.
And Steve calls him out on it.
Yeah, he's being incredibly
self-absorbed.
self-absorbed.
Says that he's, you're miserable. Maybe you need to focus on Nancy and not me.
Yeah. He's absolutely right.
Right. Like, you're just worried about... I said, worried about your competition is not a reason to propose to someone.
No. And, I do think there's more to it than that. He couldn't think of a way to fix what was wrong, and he thought he could kind of, reset it by...
Right, by proposing.
But also, Nancy's biggest trauma about her parents. You should have known from the get-go that was the wrong thing to do. Anyway, he just wants to look at other people as the problem, and it's completely him.
Yeah.
He won't back off Steve to the point of disagreeing with Nancy.
Yeah. I wrote in all capitals, "Stop underestimating Steve," and I think that went in regards to what you said.
Because Steve is like, no, we can make it to the portal. We can do this.
The portal, and she's like, yeah, we can, and no, we can't. No, we can't.
Name one thing Steve has said, oh, we can do it, and hasn't been able to do it. Steve is constantly succeeding.
We talked about this in Steve's episode. Nobody took him seriously.
No one ever takes the man seriously.
Took him seriously.
And we can keep talking about this a little bit because it's directly related to Jonathan.
100%.
He will not believe in Steve. Just because he's got his own fucking hang-ups. Oh, I dropped an F-bomb. Sorry, I was not...
We've done it before, it's fine.
I try not to.
Because, he's so he can't listen to Steve and take Steve seriously because he is he's jealous of him and he's still trying to compete for Nancy's attention. Meanwhile, Steve's taken aback and, doesn't even care about that.
No,
anymore.
He's like, our priority is the fact that... This is not the
priority.
Holly is missing.
Right. Holly is missing. We can't find Vecna. There's bigger fish to fry. I'm not concerned with your relationship. You should be more concerned with your relationship.
Right. And, on top of that, Nancy's mom is in the hospital for being attacked by a Demogorgon.
Right. And that, they have their fight about that with this. He takes Steve's wanting to go and go to the hospital and see Nancy and offer condolences as him trying to make a move.
You're trying to one-up me.
And it's no, I'm not. But also, you're her boyfriend. Why aren't you thinking about going and seeing her at the hospital and offering your condolences? I'm not doing it because I want her. I'm doing it because she's my friend and her sister is missing and her parents are in the hospital. You should have more concern about that. Why don't you?
Yep.
Because he's a moron. He's a moron.
And then we have the breakup scene, which everybody's like, did they break up? And I'm like, yes.
I put that this...
Yes, they
did.
To
me, this was a clear breakup.
Yeah.
Based off of everything that they were saying to each other, they were essentially admitting that they found safety in each other because of all their shared trauma.
Yep.
And that's not enough to sustain a healthy relationship.
Will you not marry me?
Right. They're admitting all these things to each other. They're breaking up. You can have an amicable breakup. And I think that is where people were... Confused because they weren't shouting and screaming and crying at each other. They were having a genuine, heartfelt conversation with each other
about why
they can't work. They cannot work in a romantic relationship.
Yep. And they even ended by telling each other they love each other because they do.
Because they do love each other and they're going to love each other for, years and years, most likely. You can't go through shit like this and not.
Right.
But you can love someone and not be in a relationship.
You can
with
love
them.
someone and know that you can't really be with
Really
them.
be with them. I mean, there are people, I know it doesn't happen all the time, but there are people who are married and divorced and still love each other but they're divorced because they are not compatible in that way.
Yep.
And that's what this was. So this, yes, for us, this was a clear breakup scene.
Yeah. I will say, I did write a note on this. I gave away your pink sweater. I was like, okay, that's a little messed up.
Yeah, that's so messed up.
Like, you took her stuff and gave it away?
That's not yours.
No.
That wasn't yours. She didn't give that to you. Why would you do that? Like,
little weird there, buddy,
I'd
but
have been
okay.
pissed. Like, I hope that after everything, that Nancy was like, "Yo,
you owe me a sweater.
You owe me a sweater, right? Like, you either need to buy me one or give me money to buy a new one because I like that sweater and you got rid of it and that wasn't your job.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
That's not your job.
That's not your job." So yeah, I put love each other but shouldn't be together, and then my last note is save Steve.
Save Steve?
Save Steve, because he saves Steve.
He does. He saves Steve. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the last thing he does.
Yeah, I mean, him and Steve have a little, like, moment in the abyss where they're, like, talking or whatever. Like, oh, just because I saved you doesn't mean I like you. Oh, I wouldn't expect you to.
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Weird male bonding. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he helps Robin in the fighting of the monster thing.
I don't think they've ever interacted aside from that.
Oh my god.
No.
They
don't.
I just had to think about, I'm like, no, they don't, because in season 3, they all come together, but like she's with Steve for most of the fighting of the Flesh Slayer. Yeah. And he's with Nancy. And then obviously they're not together in season 4.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I guess it's no time like the present.
Right?
What's up? I'm Robin. Hey, I'm Jonathan. Let's fight this thing.
Like, they probably interacted while they were in like their underground bunker making plans and stuff.
Obviously, but nothing really saw. One-on-one.
It all happened off camera. I'm not making fun of it at this point. That's legitimate. Yeah.
But yeah, it's nothing really one-on-one except for that.
Yeah.
And then we get the epilogue.
We do get the epilogue.
My eyes twitching. I said we get the epilogue and my eyes started twitching.
I'm not surprised. It's dumb.
I should say we are in the minority who did not like the quote unquote teens rooftop epilogue.
Yeah. I've seen the whole argument of like, hey, it's a bunch of friends who that aren't going to see each other for a very long time, and they're making those plans that you make with friends that are never really going to happen. I'm like, sure. The scene could have been good. Like, I think it could have been good.
It was.
You could have done that without being incredibly long-winded.
It was long.
Like, super long-winded. Nobody seemed like they wanted to be there. It was like everybody but Joe Keery was like, this is my last day of filming. I don't feel like doing this anymore.
I was gonna say, because Joe Keery's actually like sobbing.
Yeah.
For a lot of it. And they all are too, but like he's feeling some kind of way. But Jonathan's a filmmaker.
Makes sense.
Cool. Good luck to you. I hope you do well.
I'd like to see his Cannibal Capitalist movie. I'm not gonna lie, I'd watch that.
But yeah, I mean that's kind of all I have. Wow. Oh wait, we have touched on all of the older teens.
Yeah, because we had an episode on Robin.
We did Nancy, we did Robin, we did Steve, and Jonathan.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We even did Eddie.
We did do Eddie. We did an episode on Eddie, so that's all of them.
I had to, sorry.
Well, yeah. I think there was one other thing at the end of season 5 that we did see. It was Jonathan taking the videos and pictures of everybody before Will's graduation.
Yeah.
which was very Bob Newby with the camera.
Very much so. So
And
that was a
I
nice little
appreciated
callback
that.
to Bob.
Yeah. So I like that better than I like the entire final scene with the teenagers. That's pretty much it. I don't really want to keep trying to find things to say.
I don't have anything else left to
I'm
say about him.
I'm pretty bummed about where we ended with Jonathan. I don't
Did
know
you
that
want
there
more
was.
from him?
I did.
Or...
I did.
Okay.
I don't think there was any recovering after season 4. I don't like how he acted through most of season 5. Really through all of season 5. I don't like the person he was being.
Yeah.
I don't think it was reflective of the person we had in seasons 1 through 3. I think they kind of ruined his character outright in season 4 and just decided that that's who he was now.
Well, he's for season 5, he spent the majority of his time feeling insecure about Steve and Nancy's relationship when there wasn't one.
Yep. Ridiculous.
He could have done so much more if that wasn't his main focus. And it was a focus that didn't make sense because they weren't going anywhere with the Steve and Nancy relationship.
No. You know what
If
it
they
feels
were,
like?
if that was, if something was happening, or even if you, like, if it made you think that something was happening, then okay, yeah, his jealousy and everything could be a little bit warranted. But like, from the get-go, you don't see that with Steve or Nancy at all.
This was the issue. Too many characters, too few episodes, and too much building on new characters. I've said this before. I thoroughly enjoyed everything they did with
like
Holly.
the Holly stuff, yeah.
I loved it. But when you do something like that, it means that not every character is going to get their due when you don't kill off characters. And I'm fine with them not killing off characters. Like, if that's the vibe of their show, I'm with it. But you cannot write everybody their own individual fulfilling stories when you are writing stories for upwards of 15 characters in one season that's supposed to be the finale of your whole show.
Yep.
That's hard enough to do when you're just focusing on those characters.
Yeah.
But you're also bringing in a completely new character who's going to take up a third of the screen time for the entire season.
Yeah.
There was no way that they were going to fix Jonathan from season 4 because they didn't have the time
to. No.
It was easier to just let him continue being a worse version of himself.
Yeah.
And that's a bummer.
Yeah. And it sucks because we were so hoping that, like, when season 5 came out, that, like, Jonathan would have a little bit of, like, redemption from season 4.
Yeah. And, like, it makes me question, are we in the wrong for wanting more from the characters? Like, should we just accept the fact that there was no way we were going to wrap everybody up nicely?
I don't think so. I don't think we're in the wrong. I mean, people might think we're in the wrong. People might think that we just, like to sit and complain about stuff.
Sure.
But, like...
But you know what? I go back and say, if you put all of our episodes together, there's just as much positive.
There's more positive than there are, but people focus on the negative.
Sure.
There's more positive than negative when we talk about this show. It's one of our favorite shows, clearly. And as a fan of a show, I think you are absolutely warranted to want more from a character. Especially if what you see at one point and what you see, and then you see something completely different.
Like inconsistency.
Yes. If there's, like, so glaring inconsistency from one season to another, I think it's absolutely okay for you to want to have seen more from a character.
It's like if between seasons 11 started, like, modeling.
Right. Like, yeah. I mean, I just, and that, I feel like it goes with any show. You're allowed to want, to see more from a character. You're allowed to want to see more from storytelling, from a cat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That doesn't I don't think that puts you in the wrong. I think that puts you in, you can look at something and be like, I really was hoping, like, because you're seeing them as an actual person, as a person,
Right.
which that's a testament to the acting. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The acting and the original writing. They have fleshed out this character in such a way that you can see them in real life. And when they disappoint you,
you're disappointed
you're
in real life.
disappointed. So it's like, okay, I was hoping for some more from this character.
Right. I don't think this is how they would act based on everything you've shown me from the previous seasons.
I mean, to me, I feel like it's just, you're just thinking more critically about things. I mean, you do it when you read a book.
Yeah, you're right.
From one chapter to another chapter, if a character does something in one chapter and then does something completely different, 3 chapters later, it's like, well, I wanted more from you.
Or like,
why did you do that?
Or there better be a payoff for that. Why did you act like that?
Exactly. It's the same thing with the show. It's just, it's visual rather than just, just reading. So, no, you're not in the wrong. We're not in the wrong for wanting more from a character.
Thank you. That makes me feel better.
You're welcome. We've been doing this enough.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I was about to say, well, signing off from the Hawkins Hellfire. Yeah.
I mean, we do this every week. I feel like we're,
Are we devolving?
No, but that's what we're essentially, we're deep diving, going into more details about different things from these characters, how they were from season 1 all the way through from season 5.
Yeah.
When there are staggering differences from one season to a next,
it's impossible to ignore.
It's impossible to, exactly. You can't just ignore it and be like, oh, hey, that's fine.
Yeah, I think the thing is, it's exactly. Whoa, you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
It's exactly what you just said. It's because we're doing these deep dives, like things that ate at me a little bit while I watched the show, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'm just gonna pay attention and forget about that. You kind of can't when you scrutinize it,
because that's the whole point of these. We rewatched the entire show, pinpoint, like taking notes on every character,
right?
And things that we noticed about them in the beginning and what was different when we got to each season.
Man, if only the Duffers did this before they started writing season 5. You guys can't see it, but I'm smiling. At this point, I'm just going to try to make her, make smoke come out of her ears from bringing this up over and over again.
It's leave the horse alone.
They didn't leave Jonathan's horse alone. I'm not leaving theirs alone.
All right. All right. I guess we should wrap this up then.
Yeah, let's call it.
We can call it. That's Jonathan in a 53-minute nutshell.
Well, 40 of which we talked about Jonathan. Anyway,
signing off from the Hawkins Hellfire Collective. I'm Devin Grubb.
I'm Zach Grubb.
Dusty Buns gets it done.